G'day. So, Kung Fu training. Um, we need to set up the body well, straight column from head to toe, and that gives your body the best uh, way that it works. So, see some people rounded at the shoulders, bit forward, other people will be leaning backwards, so we want to put the head on top of the feet. And we want the shoulders on the side of the body. We want the back straight and opening up all the vertebrae a little bit. So it's all consciousness training in the beginning. You have to keep your consciousness on certain points for a long, long time. This point, the Beihu point, right in the center of the head. So you really got to always be concentrating on that for at least 1 year in the Tai Chi trainings anyway. So whatever you're doing, this point's always involved. You have to have your consciousness on this point yourself. You can't be thinking on other things outside, someone else, their elbows, their face, whatever they're thinking. You can't be thinking any of that. You have to get the thought in yourself, running through yourself. Chi, another way we can translate it, is thought force. So yeah, that's the first point we think about. You have to tell the student sometimes to tuck the chin in, so it lengthens the spine here. They're not crunching it when they try and lift that up. And the tongue is always on the top palate of the mouth, very gently pushing up, like la, same as this is going up. So, along with that, so as soon as the student starts thinking something else, you have to be able to see that and catch him and say head point up. So that's makes it hard doing it via video, but the student has to have the brain to always be thinking here, whatever they're doing. On top of that, we're working the breath. Breathing in 4 seconds and breathing out 4 seconds. So a bit longer, a bit deeper than what you usually breathe. The only requirement is you want to feel the movement here. You put your hands on your tummy, left hand and the right hand for the boys. Girls do it the other way. And breathe, you'll feel movement. So the more your mind gets in with this movement, the better. So Chinese Kung Fu, it's all about developing the Dantian. So you have to have this part in it. So then there's the feet. We concentrate on the center of the feet. So center of the head, middle of the body, the center of the feet. It's very hard to keep your thought there it's just not there in a very strong way. You can't just think it and know these things and go, all right then, and then straight away it's all tilted. You're off your center of the feet, you're on the balls or wherever, and your head point's gone out the window. So it takes years to develop just these 3 points. This one you've got to really be concentrating on and watching the student whenever they're training. And as soon as they start thinking on something and lose that head point, you have to just fix them up again to keep the columns in balance. A good one for the shoulders is the middle of the shoulder blades. You'll see that roll a little bit and turn. You have to tell them to push that shoulder blades in, keep the shoulders back and keep the chest all nice and open so everything's flowing. It's the spine that supports us. So the other main one is tucking the tail in, keeping it all good. So don't just get relaxed there. You'll see that on the student. They're trying something and all their thought goes up or something and they're not using here at all. They tuck the tail in again, tuck the tail in again. That takes years. So each of these points you've got to concentrate on for a couple of years. First one, get this one sorted. So your head's always up nicely. So boxing, always stay up straight. You can start dodging and weaving, but you know where straight is. You can always come back to that good posture. What else? Yeah, it's truly on bringing your mind in. So a good exercise. You're breathing in. Gather all your thoughts and energies and bring them down into your body as you're breathing out. You're breathing in. Gather all your thoughts and energies and bring them down through the body as you're breathing out. Next one, breathing in and out, concentrating on the dantian area. Breathing in and out, concentrating on the dantian area. Deep, deep breath in and out. And the hands get to about here, concentrating on the feet for a couple of seconds. Breathing in, deep, deep breath, and out, concentrating on your feet for a couple of seconds. So first get the thoughts back here, next one bring it down to the dantian, next one all the way down to the feet. You'll feel little things change and stuff, but you've really got to learn to keep the thought in the body, doing it this way. So consciousness training, you've got to have your mind in the right place. You don't want people to upset you or scare you or anything like that. You want to stay good. Whatever the person in front of you is doing, just be a mirror. But you're in your mind, you're here, the dantian. It's breathing. People will cut off your breathing. They'll stop it, they'll make it shallow just by the way they are. So you don't want that to affect you. You want, a good, strong aura, nothing can penetrate and affect that sort of stuff. Some sort of talk about it like that. It's just all mental, how well you can keep your thoughts, how other people are going to make that come up and out. So that's why it takes a year. First just concentrating here, tongue up. And then the last part of the training, they talk a lot on the peridium. So instead of the outer dantian, it turns to the inner dantian. So from here, there's a line that goes all the way through the middle of the body to the peridium in between the private points. So we just have to keep that line from here to the peridium in a straight line. Everything moves around that. So it's a lot of thinking in the body and always trying to keep that good. So hopefully this helps understand a little bit more about internal Wung Fu. But it's truly not thinking about fighting, not thinking on the opponent all the time, what they're doing and stuff and how to react to that. You're thinking on yourself, and you have to feel your stance, you have to feel the waist with the stance and both shoulders coordinating at the same time to help with the movement. And getting the whole body into it, working from here. So it's a lot of mental thought. So it's thought force. When you have all the thought in the body all going the same way, so you can, get your techniques nice and concentrated and keep nice and straight. So when you get blocked, you can easily react. You've still got your balance and you can keep maneuvering and keep up with the game. I always relate it back to fighting for some reason. I'm very competitive that way. But truly it's all about not thinking fighting. It'll make you much better at fighting. Thinking about fighting just tenses up your mind, tenses up different things in the body. It's really the wrong way to go about it. That's level one. Everyone wants to learn how to fight to start with. So they get shown all the techniques. This is how it's done. Dung, 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 dung. So that's level one. Some people never move from there. It's still all just about fighting. You know, there's many more levels to Chinese Kung Fu, and it's inside you.